guys, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Dianne, and I am super excited that you found your way here. Happy New Year, y'all. Damn, it's 2019. We made it. Ow! I'm so excited about this year, you guys. There's so much in store for me, for us, like... Y'all have no idea. Oh, but you gonna learn today, okay? It's gonna be a bumpy ride. It's going to be a bumpy ride, but I promise you, if you stay the course, the destination is lovely. I promise. It's gonna be so much fun. It is a new year, but let's back that thing up because she ain't made a video since October 2018. So the question is, where you been, sis? I've been doing a lot. I've been doing a lot, and I've been through a lot in these last couple of months. And if you happen to get a glimpse of my ratchet ass nails throughout this video, I do apologize. But by the end of this video, you will understand why nails have not been a priority in my life lately. It's been a lot, okay? Of course, I cannot tell you guys where I've been because I just can't tell you where I've been, but I kind of feel like me telling you I can't tell you where I've been is pretty much telling you where I've been. So let's just agree to eat the cake anime on that one, and in due season, I promise all will be revealed. But in the meantime, in between time, some of you guys do know that I was in the hospital. Yes, they tried to take the champ out. They tried to take a thug out of here, but a chocolate drop is still living and breathing and standing and glowing and shining and out. So, you know, God is good. I'm excited. I'm happy. Let's go ahead and get on into this video because it's a lot. So go ahead and get your cups. Let's get into it. Oh!
All of these detours, I cannot be sure if this is the right way, but I stay on pace. Yeah, I'm on my way. Tell them I'm on my way. On my way, on my way, on my way. I'm on my way, on my way. Tell them I'ma get there, surely.
Okay, so the night before I left this enchanted forest that I was in, it'll all make sense later, I promise. But for right now, before I left the enchanted forest, the night before, my body was in a lot of pain. It was completely just bad, right? I had this massive headache. I had a fever. I had chills. Like my body just, it wasn't good. And I had chalked it up to the events of that day. I was like, Dianne, you're probably super dehydrated. Your body has just, you've been pushed. So you probably just need to take your ass to sleep. It was a lot of emotions going on. It was a lot going on that day. So I was like, okay, Dianne, maybe you just really need to just go to bed. And in the morning, before you catch your flight home, you'll be solid, right? So I'm in the hotel room inside this enchanted forest. I'm at the hotel, and I go ahead and go to bed. So I get up the next morning, and it's not as bad as it was the night before, but I'm not A1. You feel what I'm saying? Like there's still pain happening. So I'm like, damn, Dianne, you really need to get this together. So boom, I'm like, all right, just get your mind right because you got to catch this flight. So I get on the plane, and it's starting to kick in heavy. Like my head is hurting, my everything is just bad. So I'm like, okay, just try to sleep throughout the flights, and then when you get home, you'll figure this shit out when you get home. So I get home finally. Like I wish I could tell y'all how the flight went because the flight was so shitty, but I can't tell y'all about the flight without telling y'all where I was. So when I can tell y'all where I was, and I can tell y'all how shitty this flight was and how I ended up in Never Land when I was supposed to be going somewhere else. How the hell I ended up in Never Land, man, I'm telling you, it was a journey, okay? But I made it home, okay? Period. I made it home. So I get home, and I'm still feeling some type of way, but I see Cadence, and I'm super excited to see my daughter. So I push everything like to the back of my mind because it's all about her at this point. So I'm like, all right, you know, I'm in mommy mode. I miss my baby. I'm pushing everything back. I'm feeling it, but I'm just trying to push it to the back of my mind so I can enjoy being with my daughter, right? Later that night, I decide I want some chicken because I missed my fried chicken. Okay, so I want some damn chicken. So I'm frying the chicken or whatever like that. And when I get to the last couple of wings, disrespectful, right before it's time to eat, my body decided it want to start acting up in overtime, right? Like something was like, Devon, you about to pass out. So cut this fire off, sit your ass down, and get your life together. So I fry the last couple of wings or whatever, and I lay out in the living room floor, like stretch out. My body is just like, we finna shut down. Period. It's done. So lay your ass down. So I lay out and I'm like, damn, I'm dizzy, I'm nauseous, I'm feeling all type of stuff. But I'm not a fan of going to hospitals, and plus, you know, it's my first day home with Cadence, and I really just want to have this moment with my daughter, but it's not good. Like there's some shit happening internally. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take a shower and I'm gonna just lay it down. I'm gonna lay it down, and then tomorrow morning, if I still feel like I feel, or if I feel worse, then I'll go to the hospital, right? That's big for me because I hate hospitals. I don't like hospitals. I can't stand them. Even going to the hospital, I'm pretty much allergic to every damn thing except Tylenol. So I usually, when I get sick, I just take a Benadryl, go to sleep, and thug it out. You feel me? But this right here was something else. So I'm like, I need to go to the hospital tomorrow if I'm not back where I need to be. So I go to sleep and I get up the next morning. When I get up the next morning, y'all, when I tell y'all I was like this, like my body was shivering and shaking like this, like it was really, really bad. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with me? Because it's not cold in the house, like it's hot in here. So why is my body shaking? I got a fever, I'm sweating, I'm nauseous, my body is aching, my chest is like in pain, like it's a lot of stuff going on. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So I go to stand up and I collapse back down onto the bed. And I'm like, hold the hell up. Like what is going on? Is that what? I collapse right back down to the bed. So I'm like, all right. So you know when you get up in the morning, you got to go pee. So I walked to the bathroom. When I finally could stand up, I walked to the bathroom. I sat on the toilet, and when I sat on the toilet, my legs locked up. So I didn't even get a chance to pee. My legs was like, nope, and they locked up. And when that happened, I'm like, oh, hell no. So I jumped up, and you know how you get a Charlie horse or a cramp, in your foot, you start stumping because you're trying to, you know, make it go away or whatever like that. That's what I was doing with the cramps in my legs. I'm trying to stomp and make them go away, but it wasn't happening. So I'm walking back and forth in the bathroom. Still ain't peed, but just walking back and forth in the bathroom trying to make the cramps go away. But at this point, Cadence has woke up. So now, you know, she don't know mommy is having some type of body meltdown. Like she don't know what the hell is going on with me right now. She just know I'm awake, breakfast time. So I again have to push all that stuff to the back of my mind. This is why I say sickness is mental. Like your health and all that stuff is mental, because whenever I was having interactions with Cadence, I was able to push that shit to the back of my mind and wouldn't really, like, I would feel it, but it wasn't as intense as it would be if Cadence was taking a nap, or when Cadence was asleep, or when Cadence was busy doing something and my mind was fully able to focus on the pain. Then it was intensified. But when I was focused on her, you know, it wasn't that bad. But anyway, I digress. Clearly this was not a pancake, you know, scrambled eggs with cheese and grits and sausage or bacon, whatever type of morning. This was a cereal, milk, a spoon in a bowl type of morning, because I don't know what the hell is going on with me. Thank God my baby love Lucky Charms. She get excited when she sees it. So I was able to give her some Lucky Charms, and still mommy won. Okay? So I give her Lucky Charms. She's eating her Lucky Charms. As this is happening, my body is starting to like do some shit it has never done before. And I'm like, oh God, I'm gonna have to go to the hospital. So I called my mama. Yes, that's the first person I dial. I don't give a damn how old I am, how old I get. I will always call my mama. She will be the first person I dial when something is going on that is just completely wrong in my life. That's the first person I call. Mama, where you at? It's a problem. So she's asking me what's wrong, what the symptoms are, what I got going on, blah, 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 blah. And I'm telling her everything. And so I told her, I said, Mom, I need to go to the hospital. When I say I need to go to the hospital, she knows it's really a problem. So she was like, get dressed, I'm on my way. So she comes and she picks me up, because clearly I can't drive myself. I'll be damned if I'm driving and my legs lock up. Like I got Cadence in the back seat, like it's bad. So she comes, she picks me up. She takes me to the hospital. And this is where the journey begins. We get to the emergency room and they take me in immediately because I look like I feel. Okay, I looked like shit and I felt like shit. So they take me in immediately. First thing they ask me, have you been outside the country in the last, couple weeks, a couple of months? I tell them I went to the Enchanted Forest. They're like, okay, woo, woo, woo. So they start to take my vitals. I do have a fever. It's sky high. My blood pressure is low, like super, super, super low. Like everything is it's just bad. So they put me in a room, right? Put me in a room, hook me up to IV. They start flushing me with fluids because I'm uber dehydrated. So they flushing me with fluids. And so the doctor comes in and he's like, you know what? It's a bug going around. A lot of people have been coming in saying that they have a bug. And I'm like, well, I've only been home like less than a whole day. So whatever is going around here, I didn't catch that. So, something else is going on. So he's like, all right, let's just get you on antibiotics. So they have to go get me these antibiotics, and they have to be very careful because when I tell you I'm allergic, I am allergic to everything. Penicillin, amoxicillin, aspirin, Advil, Motrin, Alka-Seltzer Plus, all the good shit, I can't take it. So when they give me antibiotics and medicine, they have to really go get me antibiotics and medicine because I can't take what everybody else can take. You feel what I'm saying? Difficult ass. So he go get the antibiotics and they start putting it in the IV and they're flushing me. Now, before they did the IV, they took my blood, right? Now, those of you who know my backstory, I am anemic. I've been anemic for as long as I can remember, but we never knew where I was losing the blood from. We just knew that my blood count was always low. As a matter of fact, I remember telling you guys, I almost didn't get cleared to do the challenge season 32 because the doctors were like, your blood count is extremely low and we don't want to clear you to go do especially that type of show with your blood count being as low as it is. Like you're super, super anemic and your blood count is super, super, super low. So I told you guys I had to do the cocktails, with the beet juice and the red wine and take the iron pills and all that stuff to build up my blood count or whatever like that. So the doctor took my blood and he was like, yeah, your blood counts are really, no. When he came back into the room, he was like, Ms. Rogers, have you ever had a blood transfusion? I said, she has not had a blood transfusion and she don't want one either. Like what's my count? And so he tells me, he was like, it's really low. And so he was like, you are anemic, He was like, are you taking anything? I was like, just iron pills. And I told him about the beet juice. He was like, yeah, well, it's super low and we need to figure out where you're losing blood from. And I was like, well, I'm on my period right now, so losing a little blood right now, So he was just like, okay, we're still gonna do an ultrasound and kind of figure out exactly where this blood is coming from, like where are you losing this blood from. But in the meantime, in between time, he was like, just for me and myself, I'm gonna send you over to do a chest x-ray. And I'm like, a chest x-ray? He was like, yeah. He was like, it's likely that you just have the bug that's going around, but I just want to make sure it's nothing more serious. I take my ass in there, do the chest x-ray, come back out. He walks into my room with the results. He goes, Miss Rogers, we found pneumonia on your left side surrounding your heart. Huh? I'm sorry, what? Surrounding my who? Like, it's not even just in there. It's literally at home base. Like, it's at my heart. Like, it's right there. And I'm like, what we doing? Like, I don't give a damn about being allergic. Y'all better give me whatever medicine y'all need. Like, they tried to take me up and the market tried to take me out. Like, hold up. So, like, we got to fight back. What needs to happen? So they start flushing me with these antibiotics to get it out of my system. So he tells me, we're going to give you these antibiotics. And he gave me a shitload of antibiotics. He was like, we're going to send you home and we want you to come back tomorrow. When you come back tomorrow, we're going to draw your blood again to see if your blood count levels have changed or not. And if they haven't, or if they've gotten lower, then we're going to send you to have an ultrasound. I'm like, yeah, okay, that's fine. The anemia and the blood, cool. This pneumonia though, sir. So they continue to flush me with the antibiotics and then I go home. When I go home, the fever shit start again. I get the chills again. It's just bad. But at least now I know it's because I have pneumonia. So he gives me these tablets to take. So I start taking the tablets and it's like, okay. So then the next day, I go back. He takes my blood and my blood count has dropped again. So he's like, all right, Dianne, we're going to take you over to have an ultrasound just so they can kind of see exactly where you're losing this blood from. And I'm like, well, I'm bleeding, so that's where a lot of it is going right now. He's like, no, it's a deeper situation. We need to figure out where you're losing this blood. So I go have the ultrasound, and in my mind, I'm thinking, you know, because my cycle is on right now, they're just going to give me the little stomach ultrasound. She was like, yeah, no, they did that, and then they went to the upper room. Like they went in there, right? So I wasn't prepared for that, but they went on up in that thing, right? So while she's in there, she taking pictures. I was hella violated, okay? I was super violated, but the deed had to be done because we needed to find out where the blood was coming from. But I was violated. So when the ultrasound is finished, she lets me know that my results will be ready in an hour. So I had an hour to just kind of like sit there and marinate on like what she may or may not have found, right? But let me back it up. So before I even go have the ultrasound, the doctor comes up to me with 3 8-ounce water bottles. And he's like, I need you to chug these 1 hour before you go to have the ultrasound done. So I'm like, huh? He's like, yeah, just take all of them down. So I drink all of them. And he's like, yeah, when you drink them, make sure you hold your urine in because that's how they're going to be able to see inside. So I drink these water bottles and I got to pee. Like, I got to pee bad. But they're like, no, you have to hold it for an hour. So I get to my appointment. My appointment was at 4:30, but check-in was at 4:15. So I'm sitting there from 4:15 to 4:30, like about to lose my shit because I have to pee so bad because I drank this water at 3 o'clock. Now here we are at 4:30 and they're telling me, oh, Miss Rogers, we're a little backed up. We're running behind. So just continue to hold it. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like I thought life was over. Like y'all just told me I had pneumonia. I'm sick. My head hurt. My body is tired. Now y'all got me in here holding my pee. Like life is this. What is life right now? Like it was so much. Like y'all, I wanted to cry so bad because I'm like, God, like what else? What else? Like what else is going to happen today? So, boom, go in, have the ultrasound. Finally, I'm able to go pee. The deed is done. And that was only for the stomach part. After she did the stomach part, I was able to go pee before she went on up in the thing. So, boom, the hour passes and my results are ready. So the doctor comes in and he's like, yeah, Miss Rogers, we found out where the blood is going. You have 3 small fibroids. And I'm just like, the day just keeps getting better, right, Doc? Like, it just keeps getting better. But as bad as that is, the blessing in it is they're small. All 3 of them are super, super small. So he was like, we can give you a very strong dosage of birth control and that can shrink them. Like you're not at the point where you need surgery or anything like that. Like we can give you the birth control and that can shrink them. But no buts. It still was just like shitty to hear. You know what I mean? Because my mom had fibroids and I saw what they did to her, you know what I mean? And she had to have a hysterectomy. Like they had to really, in order to get the fibroids out, she, you know, and one of my best friends going through the same thing, she is possibly going to have a hysterectomy. And, you know, and I'm just like, hold up, because she wants more kids one day, you know? And it's just like, whatever, like all those thoughts started rushing through my head, but I know the God that I serve, and I'm just like, okay, Dianne, he's telling you that they're small and they're at a stage right now where you can shrink them, so just do what you need to do, shrink these damn fibroids and go on and have your kids later on in life like you want to do. So it was sucky, you know, finding out in a span of 2 days that I had pneumonia and I had fibroids. It was just like, what the, like, what? Like, what? So I was in and out of the hospital dealing with those two situations. So finally, the pneumonia cleared up, and I was happy about that because that was my main concern. Like, pneumonia ain't no joke. Like, people done got taken up out of here by that. Hell, Harriet Tubman got taken up out of here by that pneumonia. Like, pneumonia, it's nothing to play with, you know. And then I got everybody telling me, Devon, make sure you stay on top of that. My mama, all right, you playing about taking that medicine. That ain't nothing to play with. It'll take you up out of here. So, like, everybody is telling me, so I'm like, all right, like, whatever. It was just, that was constantly on my mind, you know, pneumonia, fibroids, pneumonia, fibroids, pneumonia, fibroids. So I was dealing with that, and I kind of just shut down for a little while because it was just like, where the hell did all that come from? Like, you come from, like, I'm somebody who, I don't go to hospitals because I don't get sick like that. The most I've ever had is asthma. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's it. So to go from just that to, yeah, you got fibroids, ma'am. You know what I mean? And then, you know, I got people telling me, oh, you ain't gonna be able to have kids. I'm like, hold up. Wait a minute. Like, don't put that on my life. Well, I'm good. I know the God that I serve. He going to be like, oh, you want to be fruitful and multiply? Okay, cool. We're going to send you a husband. You're going to be fruitful and multiply. Period, point blank. That's that. So it's still in the works for me. Don't count me out, okay? Fibroids ain't stopping nobody. These things going to shrink. They're going to leave my body. And I'm going to be able to do what I want to do in the future with me and my family, okay? So that happens. And now it is time to move on with life, right? I'm like, all right, time to do something else. I've made my vision board for 2019. I've made my vision board for my social media part of 2019, you know, YouTube and so on and so forth. I've made my 2 vision boards. I'm ready to put them to work, right? First thing is, you know, you guys know about the Hive had the basketball tournament in Orlando. I was supposed to be on the sidelines with Scotty doing the commentary for that, but then something else happened, okay? This is how we're bringing in 2019, all right? Something else happened. So everything is set. Flight is booked. You know, everything is done. You know, wigs were made. It was going to be so funny, y'all. Every quarter, because there's 4 quarters in basketball, so every quarter I was going to come out with a different wig on. It was going to be like the bomb. Like, I was going to have so much fun, right? I was going to... It was going to be so much fun. And it was for a great cause. It was for Kevin. It still was a great success. I'm super excited that they still were able to put it on. And everything worked out for them and for Kevin. And that was a great event. Now, the day before, I was... Well, no. 2 days before I was supposed to fly out, I'm in the mall getting my last little outfits or whatever for the trip. And I get a phone call. My mom bawling, like crying. I'm like, Mom, what's wrong with you? Like, what's going on? She's like, KJ's in the hospital. I've been blowing your phone up all day. And, you know, I ain't heard nothing. I'm like, why is he in the hospital? And she was like, these dudes jumped on him. They broke his jaw and stole his phone. That's all I needed to hear. So I rushed to the hospital to go see what the hell is going on with my brother. Y'all, I get to the hospital. My brother is, he's 17. He's laying in the hospital bed. His beard, he ain't got a little beard now. You know, he think he somebody with his little beard. He got his little beard. It was shifted to the side of his face. Like, you see how your chin is, this shit was over here. Like, that's the first thing I seen when I walked up. His beard was over here. And blood was just leaking. But he chilling. Like, he not crying. He not, like, he's chill. He's taking this shit like a thug. Like, the level of respect I have for my brother and admiration by how he thugged this whole shit out. Like, he's strong. That is a strong, damn it, look. Okay, that's mine. Okay? So, that's the first thing I seen. And, you know, immediately I want to start crying, but I notice he's chilling. So I don't want to break, because if I break, I feel like he's going to break. So I just go up to him and I'm just having, you know, talking to him like, are you good? Do you remember anything? And he can't talk. So he's texting on my mom's phone. So he's typing everything out. So I'm reading what happened, what the situation was, and I'm getting pissed, y'all. Like, I'm getting, Day Day from Inglewood is alive and well, okay? I'm hot. I want to go find this mother. Like it's I'm hot, right? So find out that his jaw is broke, knocked out his back tooth, and then old boy stole his phone. So I'm pissed. I'm hot, you know? And so my brother is taking it like a champ, like I said. Now they're telling us he has to have surgery. So I'm like, all right, cool. Let him have the surgery and see what happens. He has to get plates in his mouth, and they have to wire his mouth shut or wire his jaw shut. All this is shut, you know? So now he's going to be drinking through a straw for a couple months. And so knowing that, I'm hot. Like, I'm pissed. Anybody who knows my real age, my brother is 17. So the gap in between us two, he might as well be my son. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like I pretty much raised him anyway. So that's where that is. I'm looking at him and I'm getting pissed off, you know, but I'm just trying to comfort him. You know, I'm helping him suction the blood out of his mouth because the nurses wasn't shit. So I'm getting the blood up out of his mouth. I'm rubbing his head, you know, making sure he good to go. And just, you know, I get there, forensics is there. They're taking pictures of his mouth and, you know, just all, it was just, it's not something you want to walk up to. That's some shit you do not want to walk up to. You feel what I'm saying? I just thank God because I didn't walk up to nothing worse. You feel me? I walked up to my brother alive. You know, with him in the hospital like that, I damn sure wasn't leaving to go do no basketball game. Like, no. So that's why I wasn't there for that event. I was in the hospital with him. And so he had his surgery. His surgery was 6 hours long. They originally told us he was only going to be in there for 2 hours. It ended up being 6 hours. Yeah, man. I'm just glad that he pulled through. Like I said, God is awesome. He pulled through. He's in recovery now, you know, and I'm just glad that I can sit here and say my brother's in recovery, not something worse. You feel what I'm saying? So that brings us all the way to today. So that is what's been going on in my life from then to now. I was in the Enchanted Fortress for X amount of time. I got pneumonia, found out I had fibroids, and then my brother ended up in the hospital. So that's why I've just kind of been away. Just away. And then, you know, truthfully, some things occurred in the Enchanted Forest. And so that's another reason I took a break from social media, because it's some people I just kind of don't want to talk to or see because they've tainted. Like, I don't view them the same. And so rather than get on social media and go on a super unfollow spree, and I know y'all, those who follow me on Twitter and other social media platforms, the minute I start unfollowing, y'all gonna be like, hey, hold up, hey, they ain't following, what happened, you know what I mean? So rather than do that all at once, I just was like, let me stay off social media for a while, you feel what I'm saying? But slowly, I have been unfollow, and it's still going on. I'm just doing it in different spurts because I don't want y'all to catch on too much. But yeah, man, 2019 is going to be a great year. 2018 was a year of revelation. It revealed a lot of people, a lot of people's characters, and just a lot of shit in general. And 2019, let's walk into this thing and enjoy it and be happy. Like, I feel like all the shit is out the way. It's out the way. It's out the way. All the shit has happened. Like, the shit has happened. It's out the way. So let's, you know, walk into this thing with a clear mindset, a clear mindset. I entered into this year. I don't have any bad blood with anybody. I don't dislike or have ill feelings or hatred towards anybody. I just don't want your ass around me. Just keep your ass from around me, you fake ass you. Stay away. So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. I love you from a distance. But yeah, man, it's gonna be a good year. We're gonna get these videos up and running. Yeah. That's really all I have to say about this life update. This shit has been very long, and that's because I just been talking to y'all, like we just sitting down having drinks, talking, because that's how I talk to y'all. Like we just chilling, having conversation. I don't feel like I'm making a YouTube video, like, oh, it's a video, it has to be like this, it has to be structured like this. Like, nah, we just sitting here talking, shooting the shit. I'm just letting y'all know what the hell has been going on in my life lately, okay? So, I love you guys, and until my next video.
Tell them I'm on my way. On my way, on my way, on my way.